Now let's look at how to aim and make the stroke itself. Step 1 is to stand in line with the shot and make up your mind exactly what you're going to do. The time to think about angles is before you get down. This also makes sure you're not going to slide into the shot from around your last position. Step 2 is to settle into a comfortable position with a firm bridge. By now the only things you should be concentrating on are the cue ball and the object ball. Joe Davis used to say that cueing is like aiming a rifle, and it's a good model to follow. Think of the V of your bridge as the sight and the cue as the barrel of a rifle. Just as you would with a rifle, keep your eyes as close to the line of the cue as possible. For a normal shot, the cue should be as near horizontal as you can get. The cue should be just brushing your chin. I've even got a scar on mine to prove it. If your eyesight's perfect, then your head should be positioned centrally over the cue. If it's not, then you'll naturally sight up with your strongest eye. When you feel you're in the right position, start to move the cue backwards and forwards. What you're aiming for is a smooth, rhythmic movement. This warm-up routine is an important part of the action, as you're actually practicing for the final shot. At this stage, you should look at the white ball to make sure that the tip of your cue is going to strike the ball where you want it to. For a shot without spin, that's dead centre. Now look along the line of the cue from behind the bridge, past the tip, through the white ball and onto the part of the object ball you want to hit. Try and visualise the white ball actually hitting the object ball exactly where you want it to. Flick your eyes backwards and forwards to double check where you'll be hitting both balls. There's no need now to look at the pocket, it's too late for that. Keep your eyes on one line. When you're ready to strike the ball, begin your final backswing. As you start, you should be looking at the white ball, but starting to shift your attention to the object ball. At the end of the backswing, consciously pause for a split second and make sure that your eyes are now fixed firmly on the object ball. As you thrust the cue forwards, you should be concentrating on the part of the object ball you're aiming to hit. That way you'll automatically send the cue in the right direction. Don't be caught looking halfway between the two balls as you make contact. And remember to keep your eyes fixed on the object ball, or the spot where it was, even after it's moved off. Also keep your cue at its finishing point, because that will make sure that you follow through properly. Don't try and guide the ball through with your cue. Mastering this sequence is a very, very important part of the game, making sure you're on the right ball at the right time. It might take you a long time to get into the habit, but I believe it's worthwhile, and it's also the whole secret of timing the ball. In a normal ball game, you look at the ball you're hitting or kicking, but with snooker it's completely different. At the time you make your shot, you must be looking at the object ball. It's exactly like darts. You wouldn't be looking at your dart where you were going for a treble 20. The striking action itself should be deliberate and confident. Don't snatch at the shot or exaggerate the backswing. You only need to take the cue back as far as the power of the shot requires. Punch the ball and follow through naturally. Don't be timid. Strike the ball as confidently as if all you were going to do was to hit it straight into a pocket. Above all, remember on your final backswing, pause, concentrate on the object ball, strike confidently and keep your head down. If you can get this sequence right, you're well on the road to becoming a successful snooker player.